who you guys were. You rode into town, all this fucking shit happened, you left. They don't even know what happened. They're just like, who the fuck was it? Nobody knows that Jack Parker was in town. John Valentine's name isn't even mentioned there, I don't believe.
No.
Didn't it say the town marshal was killed? Mm-hmm. He's the only one, him and his deputy are the only one that you guys talked to about it. Yeah. So nobody in Granite apparently knows what the fuck happened. People rolled into town, shot up the sheriff's office and a bar, and left. Yep. And that was about it. So, the perfect Cthulhu investigation. Nobody can attach us to it.
And there's a lot of dead people.
There were quite a few dead people. So anyway, you've got these other two, Brant, Oregon, and Canyon City, Oregon.
I mean, I'll take all these documents. There's no reason not to take all of them.
He's dead. It's not like the law needs him.
I'm going to present them all as evidence about this guy. I am going to...
How do you want to handle this? What are you going to tell
people? I know exactly what's coming.
Okay, tell me how you handle this.
So, first of all, I want to look out the window.
Yeah, it's a cold but pretty day.
Where does it go?
This is on the front of the building. There's like a courtyard. The front of the building has like a wall, but the gates are like wide open. Apparently they probably open them every night. This is his place of business. It's like a bank almost. It's a lending institution of some kind, but not like a federal bank. It's more like a private lending institution. And obviously where he does all his work with mines and all that other shit. And offices. A bunch of offices for his mining stuff and all his other robber baron crap. He probably owns interests in railroads, mines, banks, anything he can invest in that'll just bring back money to him.
So what we're going to do is we're going to hide the suit.
Okay. You shaking it out? You're leaving it full of dirt.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, where do you want to put it?
Either way.
Where do you want to hide it?
She comes in, she sees there's dirt in the office, she's going to be like, that's weird, but like...
Yeah, okay. Where are you hiding the suit?
Where's the best place to hide it in here, you think? That it would not be found.
The liquor cabinet?
Okay.
It won't be found anytime soon.
I'll like fold it up like it's like...
Okay, so you shake it out? It's just dust and like grayish dirt in there. Like, there's nothing left of him.
I'll do it like, like he left his suit behind or something.
Yeah, that's fine. You fold it up, you shove it in the liquor cabinet.
Then going to break the window.
Fire! No. Okay. Well, you can just open them.
Yeah, okay, we'll just open
them. Yeah, they're these big type French windows. They're like probably 7 or 8 feet tall. Real narrow, but easy enough to get through if you open it up. Cold wind comes in.
I'm going to yell, "What are you doing?"
Okay.
And then...
Just throw the suit up.
Gonna wait a second. No, I hid the suit. I'm going to wait a little bit. Now I'm going to go to the door like hurriedly.
Right.
Unlock it and then be like, he just jumped out the window. And then I'm going to run like I'm running after him.
She swoons. She faints. Okay. There's other people around though. This isn't like just her in a tiny room. This is a couple of men jump up. What? Who? Mr. Rothschild. They run into the office, obviously, to see, as you're running downstairs.
Yeah. I'm acting like I'm chasing him.
Chasing who?
Rothschild. Like he ran away.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you run out the front of the building. They look out the window. I don't see him. Wait, you, lawman. Did he kill himself? What? They expected he jumped out the window, as in committed suicide.
Yeah.
Where is he?
He landed on his feet. He started running. Where'd he go?
What? They're confused. They're obviously.
That's exactly what I'm going.
Yeah, there's a lot of confusion in this part of the office. What do you want to do? I mean, do you just take off to go look?
I'm gonna look around, trying to find his tracks, and then I'm just gonna head off in a direction.
Okay.
I'm going
after. There's just sounds of confusion from upstairs. Whoa. Okay, and then you're gone.
Once I get out of sight, then I'll just start.
The secretary knows your name, but that's the only thing. But
yeah, fine.
Okay, what do you want to do?
I'm trying to think of how it is for the people on the outside of the door. They heard commotion. They heard, "What are you doing?" Windows are open. I say he jumped out. I'm chasing him. There it is.
So So what do you want to do? Are you turning this information over to the police for an investigation?
Yes.
On Rothschild, who has disappeared?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm gonna do one other thing. I'm gonna assume that pile of dirt, you kind of kicked it around.
Yeah, there's obviously still dirt in there.
There's not just a big pile though. Okay.
Even if there was a big pile, no one's gonna know what that is. I don't feel like.
You're met with doubt by the police. Charles rich. He's a strenuous citizen. But they are willing to do they look over the stuff. It's all pretty vague. They're like, well, we'll look into it. And you do think that they will look into it. A legitimate investigation. Right. It's not just saying this to shut you up and get you to leave.
And I want to also mention that Jack Parker has admitted to me that he was an associate of Rothschild doing illegal activity.
Okay, we'll talk to him. Then we'll talk to him as well. This is the local constabulary, the San Francisco police. At this point, you're dealing with because they're the easiest ones to get to. So yes, they are going to give an investigation of Rothschild. They do note that you're a federal marshal. You've seen some stuff. So we can't just go arrest him based on this, but we will get an investigation underway.
That's fine.
All right. So they get. Do you have any deposition to give them? Any information that you want to give them
about
that he said to you? Yeah. Do you want to talk to them about any of that?
I want to.
Or
I'll just give a vague disposition. It's I confronted him about what I thought he did. Mm-hmm. There was a commotion.
Okay.
He flipped the table on me and then jumped out the window. And I don't know where he's at.
All right.
And that's where I'm also going to be I had my suspicions, but then when he got violent, then I really do believe that what I am saying is...
It's a good idea. Okay. He takes all that down. He writes it down, and they're gonna investigate. They'll investigate.
I mean, I'll also just be he fled. I mean, what does that tell you?
Yeah. that. The problem is prosecuting rich people is hard. So the guy's okay, we're gonna look into it. Did
I do it?
He doesn't want.
Check.
He doesn't want to look into it, obviously, because the police and the rich people are usually like this, as far as graft and shit. But they're gonna look into it.
I mean, doesn't that also help them anyways, though? Because his assets would just be seized. But no.
There's no seizure of that kind of assets anymore.
Really?
It'll go to any kids or grandkids or whatever.
Does he have those? What if he doesn't have those, though?
If he doesn't have them, maybe the government will get it, but probably San Francisco won't get it. Maybe. It's hard to say. The rich have so much the rich and the police have so much fucking power right now. If they decided that they wanted to fuck with him, they could drag his ass in and beat the shit out of him. And then he could sue them. It's just, it's not a good time to be not rich and not a cop in America right now, or working for the government directly. Which you're 2 or 3 of those. So yeah, that's a good idea. You still got Did you leave all the evidence, all the newspaper articles, and all the telegrams and all that shit with the police then?
Yes, everything. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea if he was still alive, because he could probably make it all disappear. But since he's dead. That's a good idea.
I still think I would have done it even if he was alive, just because I just trust in the law. I feel like the law.
Well, you do know there's a lot of corruption with the law as well.
Right, yeah. But I think my guy's a little naive in the fact that it's if I would do it, they would do it.
Okay, I like that.
I know there is corruption, but the way
give me another psychology check.
I think the way my guy looks at it is that the corruption gets weeded out pretty quick.
I like that. I like the naivety. You should add that to you should add that to one of your traits. Did you make it?
What was I rolling?
Psychology.
No.
Okay. This was just to see if the guy was legit, and we're going to investigate.
He's corrupt.
No, we're going to investigate. We're going to investigate until he pays us off. So you don't know. But he did seem sincere in the fact they would look into it. All right. So we're real open here. What do you want to do?
Damn. Yeah.
I've got 3 other things that you can deal with, and
that was definitely the big one.
That was the big one. I'm glad you did that. I didn't know if you'd confront Rothschild or not, but I was hoping that you would, because now you can watch. We need to get together and watch the pilot for Briscoe County Jr. and you'll see all the shit that I stole from that to make this campaign, because everything that's happened in that has now happened in the game.
I think. I don't know if this is one of the 3 big things you're talking about, but I would definitely like to try to find a way to get the Pinkertons not to surveillance Stoloid. Now that their money is...
He's fucking dead.
Right,
That means there's no more money coming.
Okay.
Good chance that they're done.
I didn't know if that set up a thing where it's the money just flows until he says it stops,
It could be set up like that, and you can wait and see. There is a small Pinkerton office in San Francisco if you want to go talk to him.
No, I don't want to talk to him.
Yeah, okay. So otherwise you're just going to have to do a wait and see unless you want to go back to his offices and talk to his secretary.
Nah.
She would probably know. Okay.
I can deal with it if that happens.
Now the other big things are, I've got a little tiny scenario here if you actually wanted to play it. But that's completely up to you. But that's something depending on how long you want to play. I knew this with one-on-one. It's going to be a shorter session.
Yeah.
Because there's not as much back and forth with all your other friends. Did you want to go up to Oregon about those other 2 little articles that the Pinkertons had sent him? What the hell is this? Oh, it's a list. There was that murder in Oregon, and right at the beginning of October, and there was also that arson of a house burning down around the same time, up in Grant, Oregon, and Canyon City, Oregon. You found those 2 articles in his desk.
Well, they were so vague that it didn't really...
It was very vague.
I mean, as dirty as this guy is, he could just be getting rid of witnesses, or I don't know.
The information that was with it was just that this might be of interest to you. Okay. You know what I mean? Like it was a letter that was obviously from some agent of his. He's apparently got a lot of people out looking for the Crescent and looking for odd stuff. Or he did. He's dead now. He's so dead.
Yeah, I mean, we can go to Oregon.
Okay.
I'm just trying.
It won't take long.
I'm trying to think of what my character would do is the thing.
Exactly. And if you don't want to go to Oregon, if you don't care, that's fine too. It's up to you. That's the only other thing that kind of stuck out that was unusual about the information that you got from him. You know what I mean?
Well, I think one of the things my character would do is I think I'm just going to spend a little time in San Francisco just right now. Because we rode to San Francisco for a week. I was pretty beat up from that, too. Like, I was hurt. Yeah.
How many hit points are you at?
I don't remember. That's the thing.
Is it circled?
My circle is 3.
Holy fuck, that's where you're at then. Yeah, okay, so you're going to convalesce in San Francisco for a few weeks?
So that guy could have killed me.
He definitely could have. You were already beat up. Hey, that's kind of cool. I like that, though. So, because it was not long after you got back to San Francisco that, do me a con check for that first week on the road. If you make it, you can get 1d3 back, just for normal one.
41 out of 45.
Okay, you roll me a 6-sided die, and divide by 2.
Okay. 3. Round up, round down.
Round up. So you got 2 points back from that. As you convalesce in San Francisco, let's see, so that would have been late November that you confronted Rothschild.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead. Every week you can make a check. Let me make sure I'm doing this right, actually. Let's check the old rules. I know you get 1d3 back potentially per week, but Ben actually got this book. His game shop. He had a bunch of credit at his game shop. Here we go. Wounds and healing. Regular damage. Regular damage recovery. If the con roll is failed, no recovery takes place that week. And on the success, 1d3 hit points. Do you want... Wait, what did you roll that first time? It wasn't an extreme success, was it?
It was a 41 out of 45.
No, okay. If you have complete rest and comfortable environment, you get a bonus die in your con check.
Okay.
If you get medical care, you get another bonus die. So, do you want to go to a doctor? You want to get a hospital involved?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll seek out medical help.
So,
because I've got bullet holes.
Oh shit!
Like
I totally forgot about that.
I'm not that great off right now.
Okay, the bullet in your arm. You got shot in the arm. The same arm that's all messed up already. So let's do a con check, a straight up con check, to see how bad that arm is.
Oh, it's gone, buddy.
Not necessarily.
We'll go with that. I don't know if we're doing any of that. Con check.
What do you think? 101. How's that going so far?
It's going good.
Okay.
It was so like Yori's like, you want me to come with you? And I was like, listen, I wanted to have everybody here, so that way I could play with a lot of people since I can't play on Sundays. But I was like, if I just go by myself, I can dictate the pace of it, and I can just kind of like do my own thing.
Yep.
And Yori's like, oh, well, I won't slow you down. And I'm like, but you don't understand. You will, though. Like, even if you agreed with everything I said, if we ever get into combat, you're slowing it down just because you have to do rolls, too, and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm not telling you not to come. If you want to come, that's fine. But I'm like, don't come just because you feel like you need to come.
No, you should come if you want to come, yeah.
Off the table. We did not make the con check. Am I doing the bonus die because I'm in a...
No, this is just separate. Okay, so the bullet is in the bone. The doctor that you end up seeing the second week, you took a week coming back to San Francisco, so you got a little recovery there. After that, I'm assuming you're going to a doctor. Like,
yeah, please God.
Can you get this out? The doctor would rather not remove the bullet because there's a chance that, it could turn out badly.
I have to lose the arm.
The potential's there. If he tries to remove the bullet, it could cause some problems. So he's going to leave the bullet in, but that's also going to mean that your left arm is a little more debilitated. It's also going to be sore when the weather turns bad. Nice. And write it down in your character sheet somewhere. You got a bullet in your left arm, and we can play that up too. Certain other Cthulhuoid things might affect it, as opposed to in the way that you might be like, God, my arm is sore, and then monsters show up or whatever. You know what I mean? We can play that up possibly. Your second week, you were getting a bonus die. There we go. And hold on, let's do a medicine check first, and we'll see if you can get.
So that's also kind of big. If
medical care,
a big doctor in San Francisco doesn't want to remove the bullets, that probably means no one else wants to try to remove.
No, it could be very dangerous. You could, if it depends on where the he's basically gonna have to fucking pry it out of the bone. That's the problem. It's just a pistol bullet, so it's not like a giant rifle bullet. But he'd rather just leave it in. He thinks it's be safer. Give yourself a second bonus die if you're getting medical help. I just made a medicine roll and it was successful. So 2 bonus dice for this next week.
2 bonus dice?
Yeah.
I just have to reroll.
Yeah, that's fine. Take your best. Tell me if it's an extreme.
So 13's the best currently.
Jesus. That's a con check?
Oh, I'm just rolling whatever you tell me to roll.
Yeah, it's con.
Yeah, so
What's your
13
con?
out of 45, it's a hard, it's not an extreme.
And it's not extreme, so you get another D3 back. You can roll it, I can roll it, however you want, yeah.
Yay, 6.
That's 3 more points back. So that's week 2.
I'm also, sticking around just because I want to see how the Jack Parker thing plays out.
That's the 27th. It's probably gonna be weeks before the trial and that kind of stuff. They're gathering more evidence. They've got to gather stuff from around. This isn't gonna be a small trial. This is gonna be like the trial of the century, unless John Ballantyne shows up at some point. Right now trials can take a while. It could be a month or 2. Okay. So that's the 27th. December 4th. Are you gonna stay under medical care?
Yeah, I'd like to get fully healed.
Okay, that's 56. I'm giving him about a 60% chance of a success, so 2 bonus dice for that one again. What is your con?
It's 45.
45. So 8, 9. Is it 9? 45 times 2 is 9. Yeah, it's 9. 9% or less.
9.
Yeah.
So neither one of these have succeeded.
Oh no.
And that one did not either.
Okay, so you don't actually recover anything that week. Okay. Up to December 4th.
I would maybe even say that maybe my character just thinks, oh, this is me at full health then.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, and go off and do other stuff.
Yeah,
and every week that goes by, then you're just going to have a regular chance of getting D3 hit points back.
Right.
So, what do you want to do?
But I was feeling significantly better, and then this time nothing happened, so I'm like, oh, it must be fully healed.
That's fine.
I'm going to go on my way.
So, what do you want to do? It's early December. It's cold, but you're in Southern California, so Central California. So
Did they talk about the Christmas baseball thing?
You weren't around. No, not before you left the group.
Okay.
So you don't know where the group is at. There's been articles in the paper about Rothschild's disappearance. There hasn't been anything about a criminal investigation yet. But you know that police will not release that information to the news until it's done. So, and that could take weeks as well.
Yeah. Just going off of character information, I feel like my character would seek them out. Just because I just saw a guy that touched the crescent just turn into dust. So I'm like,
yeah, he did.
I don't know what that's going to do to my friends.
Okay.
I don't even know if the small amount of contact they're having with it right now is killing them or affecting them.
Where do you want to go to seek? You want to try Stoyd's house?
No, we'll just go to Jacali, that cross that you were talking about in Arizona.
That'll take you a long time to get there. You have to go there via horse. There's no trains anywhere in that vicinity.
That's what I got to do.
So that'll take you probably a couple weeks to get down. So that'll make it late December. And I'm going to need a navigate.
I have that.
To find her house. You've never been there. You only have the vaguest notion of it, of where it is.
Oh, I don't have navigate. I have track.
No, you'll need. Have to be navigate because you're guessing. Either that or a social skill. If it's like a good social skill, you can't intimidate, but you might be able to charm or persuade or even fast talk people who live in that vicinity. There's a Navajo Indian reservation in northern Arizona, and she said something about it being near that.
We'll just throw the navigator.
Okay.
Yeah, 83.
Where
all those double zeros?
Well, here's the problem. It's one little house in the middle of nowhere, and you have no other description than that. You know what I mean?
I'd be saying Jacoby's name everywhere, too, because that's a pretty different
Give me a social skill. Anything but intimidate. Yeah, sorry. Your intimidate can come in real handy. And it has. It's just not for this kind of a... Where's Jacoby? Yeah. People are probably not going to respond well to that.
I mean...
Especially not Native Americans.
I think Charm has the highest base.
Yeah. You can do Charm.
Persuade's only a 10. Charm just 15.
You're just trying to be friendly with people and find out where Jacoby might live. So make a roll. You might make it.
Charm. 38. Yep.
Okay. You can't find her house. You can't find people who know where she lives, who know her name.
Does flashing the badge and offering money, is that helping anyone?
People don't know. People have... Jacoby doesn't have a whole lot of friends down there. And the way that Ben has described her, she's pretty reclusive. So you search around till late December or mid-December, and you just can't find it. It's one house in the middle of nowhere.
I would just be having my map and just like really just being like, okay, it's not here, it's not here, it's not here. Just like really thoroughly searching.
You're not.
I think I'm in the vicinity, right? I think I'm around.
Where those four meet is somewhere there, but that's not a small area. You know what I mean? I mean, she said it's around there, but she didn't say like it's within 4 miles. Yeah. It could be 30 miles from there and still be considered close. So it's like searching for a needle in a haystack.
He's stubborn though.
That's fine. That's fine. Oh, let me grab mine.
I think I even have stubborn.
I hurt my foot at some point.
I have adamant written down here. Adamant. Stubborn.
Yeah, somewhere here. Somewhere here.
Yeah.
Somewhere here.
Yeah.
Somewhere. Okay. While you're in that vicinity, you do get when you're in one of the towns down there. Fucking towns down there? There's not really towns down there.
You get killed.
No, but your services are asked for.
Okay.
There's a prisoner escaped from the local jail.
What?
And they're hoping that you can. They're asking if you know anything about tracking. Is really what it comes down to.
They're asking if I know anything about tracking?
Yeah, are you a tracker? You're a marshal.
Yeah.
Can you track?
Yeah, I can do that.
Can you help us find this guy?
Absolutely.
He escaped jail, and we're not sure where he went. His name's Alabama Bob Bishop. He's just kind of he's a petty criminal. Wanted for bank robbery and assault and battery. He's not actually killed anybody, but he's hurt him. And when he escaped from jail, he took a couple bullets that they fired at him to try to slow him down that night. That was a couple of nights ago. They're wondering if you can look for him.
Yeah.
They've got men out. There's several posses that are scattered about this town. We're going to need the town vague for the moment, unless I can find the town. It's not really at Four Corners, but it's in that general vicinity. You were still searching for Jacali, and very miffed about not being able to find her. Let's see. So that's for Utah, Arizona. Actually, you had gone back for supplies to a town because you ran out of food and stuff for the horse and everything. And okay. There you go.
And I was getting tired of searching.
You've been searching for a couple weeks. It's warmer down in this part of the state, country, but it's still chilly this time of year. So yeah, maybe a track.
Track time. 11.
Jesus,
that's really good.
Okay, check it off. That's out of what?
76.
Jeez, that's an extreme. You find his tracks.
Oh yeah.
With bits of blood, even 2 days old. You're like, this is the way to go.
He's right here, guys.
Well, you're alone when you go looking for him. You put a check next to it. You follow the tracks till dark, and they enter a swamp in this area.
Oh, good.
Yay!
Swampland.
Da, da, da. You have a map. You were given a map in the town. There's a marking. There's a town or something in the swamp called Black Knoll. It's just an X. It's just a mark that says Black Knoll.
It's there.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta find it.
What do you want to do?
Alright, we're just gonna roll on in.
Okay.
He's in there.
You start hearing the insects. Oh, it's actually birds this time of year.
Birds?
It seems like they're saying, "Lita, Lita, Lita, Lita." You head into the swamp. You pretty soon lose the tracks because he's going through water and shit like that. You get tired when you spot what appears to be a little shack, like a little house, in the swamp. It's very late at night. It's dark. You're miserable. Your horse has been like slowing down because you're tired. It's cold. What do you want to do?
I'll post the horse a little far away from the shack.
Yeah, you can tie him to a tree. He starts like ripping up some grass.
Good for him.
And then he goes to sleep almost immediately.
Yeah, we'll very stealthily try to look and see what this house is about.
It's dark inside, but it's late at night. It looks like it's maybe like 2 rooms. It's up off the ground on a couple little like 1 foot tall stilt kind of deals.
So they don't have the fire going?
No, there's no fire. You do see a chimney, but it's old and it looks like it's partially like the top's all crumbly. So what do you do? That's peeking in the windows without like leaning in the windows or anything like that, or trying to open them. Yeah, well, they might be sleeping. It's late. You're exhausted.
We will just go up to the door and knock.
Knock, knock, knock.
I believe.
After a moment, you do hear movement in the house. You see a light from the window. Somebody has struck a light.
Okay.
The door creaks open just a little bit.
Can I help you?
Oh, you've got a real good description of this prisoner. He's like 20, buff, short cut hair, blonde, blue eyes. Was wearing some prison kind of garb, like stripes that they put on their prisoners at the jail all the time. Anyway.
Yeah.
This is an old man, it sounds like.
Sorry to bother you in the middle of the night there, sir, but I'm looking for an escaped prisoner.
There was a man. He's gone now.
Well, can you tell me where he went?
Nope. Don't know.
Did he match this description? No, just give a description.
Yeah. You should go to Black Knoll. He probably went to Black Knoll.
Well,
there's plenty of room at Black Knoll.
There's some woman back there in the house behind him. You can't see. He only opened the thing a crack. He's like actually holding like the candle outside of the door.
Okay.
So it's lighting
so like
you
see
up.
Me.
Yeah, exactly. He wanted to see you.
Well, which direction is Black Knoll? I seem to be a little bit lost.
Yeah. You'll find it.
You're really tired, by the way.
Yeah,
you're exhausted. It's been a fucking long ass day looking for this jackass.
Tired. Well, I wouldn't suppose y'all have a spot for me in there, just to get my eyes some rest before I go try to find this Black Knoll.
We got a room to spare, but there's plenty of rooms at Black Knoll. You can stay if you want.
I have a little bit of cash to give you if you wouldn't mind.
All right. He just withdraws the candle but doesn't close the door.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And you see the light moving into the house apparently, probably towards that second room, which you're guessing is like a bedroom. Okay. It's a little cabin, and then there was like an addition that was probably the bedroom. That's probably like a second room and bedroom or something.
Okay.
So they walk away from the door. He said okay, and he just takes his candle and he heads in.
I'm gonna open the door.
It's old as shit. And it creaks so loudly. There's a dim light. You can barely make out these 2 people. They're obviously very old. They're all like hunched over. They got their backs to you, and they're heading over to the other room. And they go in. This looks like it's a one room. There's a fireplace. It's cold. There is an area like a kitchenette-esque area where they can prepare food. It's just one room cabin. There's a table. There's some paper on it. There's a newspaper on it. It looks like a couple gewgaws around, little trinkets and shit to make the place look nice. It's very dusty and dirty in here.
I'll shut the door behind me. And
it's very cold in the room. It's not much warmer than outside.
I will just follow them into where they're going.
Okay. They look like they're preparing a bed. Okay. Kind of. It's a good size. It's just a single bed, but they, people will sleep. 2 people in that.
Y'all don't have to do that. I can fix it up myself.
No. It's all right. It's okay.
He's left the candle in there, and he's kind of coming out. You haven't got a good look at either of these people. They're all like in the shadows and all this mess.
You can rest well here. And the old lady's like, everyone rests well at Black Knoll.
She likes Black Knoll.
She does apparently like Black. She does. But he's got a beard. It looks like you still haven't got a good look at these people. They're all like.
I probably don't want to get a good look.
That's fine. Yeah, you don't. There's just a bed in the room. That's all there is. It's real simple setup and a candle.
That's all I need.
And that lit candle. Candle smells like animal fat. They probably have to make it from animals, that kind of stuff.
It's all ready. You can rest.
Is what he says as they're like leaving the room.
But not as well as you rest at Black Knoll.
There you go.
Oh. Yeah, I'll shut the door.
They close it for you. You hear them shuffling around out there in the other room for a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little odd, swamp people, but, they're old and decrepit and they seem nice. So I'm just going to try to have a good night's sleep.
They haven't, stabbed you or threatened you or anything.
The lady's a little creepy, but,
A little. Okay.
We'll just go on with it.
Alright, you get in the bed. You can hear the birds outside. There's like a panting or kind of noise. You don't know where it's coming from. That's weird. You eventually fall asleep. You awaken in the middle of the night.
Oh, God.
There's a woman standing over the bed. She has long hair, and there's a skull on her necklace. It's very startling. There's something otherworldly about her, something that's not natural. Oh, yeah. So make me a sanity check. It's a little creepy.
Yeah, we're fine, I guess.
Damn. Lose a point of sanity. This woman's sitting at the foot of your bed. Rise, I have come for you. What do you do? What do you say? What's going on?
Well, I'm pretty startled, so I'm gonna rise, but a startled rise,
okay,
getting up.
Okay.
And backing up against the wall that's furthest away from her.
Okay, so you jump out of the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, you back up against the wall. Your gun belt's on the bedpost, I would assume. You don't sleep with your gun belt. That would be awful. So it's right there to your right if you want to grab your gun. It's just, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just saying she's looking at the bed. She's just staring at the bed. She says, rise. Letha knows the way under the black sky past the black pools to Black Knoll. And then there's a rustling from underneath the bed. Mm-hmm. And a man kind of crawls out from underneath the bed. That looks like your prisoner.
You definitely grab the gun now, by the way.
Okay,
as soon as a man comes out from under the bed,
you whip the gun out. You realize that gasp earlier might have been from under the bed.
Oh.
He doesn't look solid, really, but he does. Let me get a sanity check. Something's wrong with him.
Man, we got close to failing this time.
All right, but this one is actually. This is pretty fucked up looking. Whatever it is, you still lose 4 points of sanity.
Nice.
That's your prisoner. Looks just like him. Short-cut blonde hair. He doesn't have any pupils in his eyes, though. It looks like his eyes are rolled up in his head. And they move towards the wall, like she's backing away from him, towards the wall, and then they're outside. And you hear her say...
They go through the wall?
They didn't. They're just outside all of a sudden.
Oh,
Follow. You came here as a last refuge. You died here. You will stay here forever with the living dead of Black Knoll. There you go. What are you going to do? You've maybe gotten 2 hours of sleep, you think? Is your best guess? Ooh, let's put